It's 10:11 p.m., November 30th, 2025, and I'm speaking on something that happened back in 2006. Also included in the last video that one time we was walking down eating, and we was around like Glastonbury or Warwick area eating in Rosedale Park area, and this one dude that was with us named Baxter grabbed his lamp and then hook shotted that shit. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar that shit, threw that shit like 20 feet in the air over the fence, over in these people's backyard where they was having some type of big backyard barbecue where there was a whole bunch of cars parked up and down the streets at this one big ass house, yo. And I remember just running off and running in the house and saying, man, y'all get the fuck away from me. I ain't fucking with y'all niggas, yo. I remember one time DJ, dog, Daquan, that stayed in my old neighborhood on Granville. He told me a story one time about that dude Baxter. Told me that dude got caught trying to have sex with a damn dog or some shit like that. I never knew if it was true or not. To be honest, back in 06, I didn't believe that. But I remember them telling me that. They told me that a dude named Willie had caught him trying to have sex with a dog or some shit like that, or VC. They said they caught that nigga trying to do something sexual with a damn dog, with an actual animal, you know what I'm saying? This is back in 06. So I don't know if that's true or not, but I think somebody is possibly trying to put shit on my name that I'm clearing up right now. Another thing, my mom went to court and testified against that dude Baxter for breaking in our house back in 2006. I didn't show up to court. My sisters didn't show up to court. A bunch of lies was told on how that happened. I was trying to show up to court, but my mom said no. And she told me that the police had also stated that he had jumped on some old lady around that area back in the day when he was breaking in a lot of houses. He had jumped on some old lady or something like that. And I vividly remember my mom telling me a story about how his mom, he had a foster mom. It was some dude that kicked their door in and was basically looking for Baxter one time. You feel me? And when my mom told me the description that Baxter's mom had gave her, it was some dude with like light hazel eyes. The first thing came to my mind was the dude named Sosa, yo. And he basically told her that Baxter had broken his mom's house. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that was him that actually did it, but I still remember my mom gave me the description of that back in 06. I remember I just laughed to myself like, damn, dog. Because the only nigga in that hood that had like light hazel eyes was that nigga. Another thing. The reason why I keep talking about shit that happened 20 fucking years ago is because a lot of people is trying to repeat the same old bullshit that they heard about me in the past. A lot of people that I used to know back in the day, they joined certain gangs, they joined certain brotherhoods, so they maintain a lie. Listen, when my mom went off on a childhood friend of mine named Jock back in the day, when he was going off the Job Corps in Chicago, Illinois, in the fall of 2006, the reason why she went off on him is because I was talking to Jock, and I was talking to Jock about how this dude, Willie's sister named Cub, told me about how Jock had called up Baxter and was saying, hey, what's up, Baxter? Let's hit some houses. Basically saying, let's break in some houses and like steal some shit. And I told Jock that Cub was talking about him and Baxter breaking the houses. And then Jock got mad. He was like, see, that's some bullshit, because that wasn't even me. That was Mario. I still remember Jock telling me that. He was like, that was Mario that said that shit. Basically, some dude that hit up Baxter's phone was like, what's up? Let's hit up some houses. Let's hit some houses. Hit up his cell phone. And it was Mario, this dude that was Jock, like homeboy back in the day, that stayed around like Schoolcraft and Rosemont back in the day, yo. Jock told me that was Mario, but Cut thought that it was Jock, because I told Jock that Cut said that she jumped on the phone and was like, y'all should be ashamed of yourselves, because Cut was telling me the story about how she jumped on the phone and said that. Then when I told Jock that's when Jock opened up and he said, everything that Baxter stole up out of your mama house, Cut got it. He said, everything that's that was in your mom's jewelry box, he was like, Cut got it. He like, everything that was stolen that was a woman's accessory, he was like, Cut got it. Jock said that. That's why when I fought Baxter on Thanksgiving Day, my mom had told Cub, you trained him wrong, because if you trained him right, he would have took way more jewelry than what he stole. You know what I'm saying? So that was when my mom went off on Jock, cussed out Jock when he was going off the Job Corps in Chicago, Illinois, yo. That was the real reason why. I just wanted to speak on this because I hope to God, look, the whole time I was hanging out with niggas back in the day, yo, I never broke in somebody's house. I never broke in somebody's shit. I never done that. Okay, none of them niggas that I hung out with said that I did that. One time, all of them niggas broke into the school back in the day, yo. VTOR, when that school was still up and running. And they took a fucking fire extinguisher about that bitch. I still didn't even break into school back in that day. I was just out there laughing at them niggas. So I vividly remember my mom talking about how she went to court to testify against Baxter for breaking in our apartment all that whole time because me and Baxter fought on Thanksgiving Day. Then by that Sunday, somebody shot out the back patio window. And my mom went to the, she actually went to the court and then testified against him or whatever. And she said that the police had said that he had jumped on some old lady around Rosedale Park area or around Schoolcraft area, broke in her house, got caught, then jumped on some old lady. There's no way somebody could put that shit on my name, yo. And I'm gonna say another thing. I got my hair twisted in October 2017. I just recorded a video that was 1 hour and 27 minutes long. And the reason I'm recording this shorter version of it, because that shit said it's gonna take 20 fucking hours to upload because somebody hacking my fucking phone right now. So, I got my hair twisted in October 2017 when I came back to Michigan and took a flight to Michigan for my cousin Donnie Smith funeral, my cousin DJ funeral, you know what I'm saying? And this one girl twisted my hair. She told me that she had a brother that died on Schoolcraft in Granville, between like Granville and Westwood. She told me he was walking through the alley and got killed. She told me this. She was twisting my hair. I met her at the Coney Island on Schoolcraft in Westwood, got her number, and then I let her on, found out that she was married and she did hair. Even her husband did hair, you know what I'm saying? And they, she did my hair, and then I ended up like, I cashed out to her the money and all of that. I still remember this. That was a lady who was twisting my hair right before I took that family portrait with my family, right after my cousin DJ funeral, my cousin Donnie funeral. I just included that because this is significance of she told me that she had a brother that had passed away. And she told me he was walking through the alley from between around Schoolcraft and Granville, walking through the alley, and somebody had took his life. She told me this. This is in October 2017. This was right around the time when I took that flight back to Michigan. Me and my two sisters and my mom took that flight back. I'm gonna stop the video now. The main thing I wanted to include was, man, if there's somebody trying to throw that shit on my name, yo, I never asked Sosa if that was him though. I never asked if that was him that went up in Baxter crib looking for him, because my mom told me that Baxter mom had told her that a dude with light eyes, like hazel eyes, had broken their house. I mean, walked in their house looking for Baxter. And said that Baxter had broken his house. I never asked Sosa if that was him or not, but I remember when my mom told me that story, I kind of just laughed to myself because I thought that was that nigga, but I never brought it to him and asked him that. The whole time I was living around them niggas, though, I never broke in anybody's house, yo. When somebody broke in my mom's house one time, they broke in the house. Me and my sister was at Potbelly Sandwich Works when this happened. We got off out of school, out of my school. My sister was going to Southfield Lathrop High. I was going to Southfield Regional Academic Campus. We was working at Potbelly Sandwich Works. We went straight to work from school, and somebody broke in our house over there on Granville and Eaton. When we came back in the house, we basically hit redial on the phone, and then Willie's sister cud number showed up because Keisha the one that vouched for it, because Keisha was like, that's cud number. My mom sat in their living room and said she don't even want the money that was stolen. She don't want the jewelry back. All she wants is a ring that my sister Keisha grandmother had gave Keisha. Keisha had a grandmother named Hilda France that gave Keisha like a ring, like a moon ring or something like that. And my mom said you couldn't even get $2 for it. You couldn't get no money for it. She said she just wanted that ring back because she was holding on to that ring for my sister Keisha. She was keeping it in her jewelry box, basically keeping it in the safe place. And she never got that ring back. It was me, it was my mom, it was TJ, it was Baxter, it was Willie, mom and dad, and it was Willie and Cud in the living room also, and it was me and Alicia. You know what I'm saying? And my mom, I still remember my mom telling TJ, I think you had something to do with it too. And TJ was like, no. Right when we left that house, when we left from over there, TJ called my phone. No, we called Alicia because I wasn't even trying to hear that nigga. He called up Alicia, and Alicia gave me the phone, like, TJ want to talk to you. And I'm like, what's up? He was like, man, y'all know that was Baxter that broke in y'all house, man. Man, y'all know that was Baxter. Y'all know that was Baxter. TJ told me that in the fall of 2006. Anthony Blackman, that nigga told me that. So somebody has some type of a rich hand over me, making up lies about me, trying to frame and sabotage me. You know what I'm saying? It's somebody with a nice amount of money that's on the judicial side that's saying, y'all can do whatever the fuck y'all want to do to this guy. We ain't gonna do shit. Because how do somebody stage a lie, make up a bold-faced fucking lie that got staged 20 years ago and try to repeat the same exact cycle and then justify themselves by saying, oh, I heard you stole 20 years ago, so I can make up this lie. That's a real bitch move, yo. No, 20 years ago, I wasn't breaking into people's houses when I was a teenager, yo. That wasn't me. That wasn't my thing. I stole before, but I wasn't breaking in nobody's motherfucking house. And I don't know if that rumor was true about Baxter having sex with some dog, yo, or trying to have sex with some dog. I didn't believe that shit because I don't even think that shit is possible. You know what I'm saying? Without fucking around and catching something. I don't think that shit possible. But main thing that I wanted to speak on was I remembered Baxter moms telling my mom, I wasn't around, but Baxter mom had told my mom that some dude that run in their house and was looking for Baxter, and it was some dude with like light hazel eyes or something like that. And they said the only reason why he left because Baxter mom started crying. I remember this. But a lot of niggas over the years has joined certain gangs and organizations, Bloods, Crips, or folks, or Masons or Eastern Stars. So now people has been given the okay to get away with a lot of messed up shit, yo. That's the truth, man. That's the truth. So when I come forth and I say my whole family look different, I feel like my family is under attack. It's lookalikes acting like them. They could be somewhere else right now. People could be using clones and lookalikes. It's a lot of people that's pushing and promoting to try to make me look mentally ill, but they know I'm telling the truth. They know what's going on, yo. And I also asked myself if that was Sosa mom's that Baxter possibly jumped on back in the day. But I said to myself, no, ain't no way. Because if that was his mom, I don't think it would have went. I think that would have been bad. You know what I'm saying? That would have ended up bad for that man. You know what I'm saying? But it was some old lady around Rosedale Park or Schoolcraft area that got jumped on. And the police had told me and my moms this about that dude Baxter, yo. Then I came by his house, like, after me and him fought, by, like, December 2006. And he was like, what you doing here? I thought he was in jail at this time. I was trying to holler at his sister again. You know what I'm saying? And it didn't go nowhere. And I just told a lie. I was like, hey, I got the wrong house. You know what I'm saying? And I just walked away. This was in like December 06. I never had sex with Ayana. That was Baxter's sister. Or Baxter's sister Ayana had another sister that looked just like Ayana. And then there was this other girl that had like a speech impediment that was also her sister. I never had sex with any of them. You know what I'm saying? Never did. Never tried to force myself on any of them or anything like that. So somewhere down the line, a fucked up ass lie was told, yo. And I'm tired of talking about this shit. But a lot of people has chose not to be adults. And they chose to just take something and run with it and believe something that somebody told them. That's why I can't have... No, man. Somebody need to tell me what's going on in my family for real, for real. I really don't have forgiveness for I've been lied on and I've been framed a lot, yo. A whole lot. And again, I still remember when Baxter threw that big ass lamp. It was like a lamp. It was like a big barbecue party going on at these people's house. This nigga grabbed a lamp and launched that bitch, hook shot that bitch into somebody's backyard back in the day, yo. Threw it in somebody's yard. All you heard was glass breaking. All you heard was a glass break. I ran to the crib and closed the door. Then Jeff came knocking on my door like 5 minutes later, like, hey, man, some niggas jumped out the cars on us with guns and this and that. I'm like, man, get the fuck off my porch. I was like, hell no, that shit wasn't even funny. Y'all went too far. That nigga did it for no reason. He just threw that bitch. It was like one of them type of lamps that people set around, like, they engraving their grass. They set around their houses when they throwing some type of a party or something. I remember he grabbed it out of the holder and threw that bitch. Threw it in somebody's backyard. Threw it over the fence, threw it in somebody's backyard that was having a big get-together, big backyard barbecue, yo. And I'm also include this. I went on that Carnival cruise ship in 2012. Before I went on that Carnival cruise ship, I went to Foot Locker to buy these shoes. I saw this one girl named Lauren or Renee. They were twins. It was these two light-skinned girls. Lauren and Renee was twins. They stayed on Warwick and Eaton in Rosedale Park. And I told them, I don't know which one worked at the Foot Locker, but I remember telling them, yeah, I'm about to go on a Carnival cruise ship. You know what I'm saying? They had knew my sister. They went to Cass Tech back in the day when they was in high school. I don't know Cass Tech or Renaissance. I don't know what kind of lie was told, but again, when I was on that Carnival cruise ship, I was hanging out with these Jamaican girls on the very last night, and this girl from Brooklyn tried to fight me, yo. And then they basically set me down in the security, in the lobby, and the security guards went to watch the video to see if I had tried to fight that girl. Come to find out, that girl was trying to fight me, and she was lying, saying I was acting all brand new. I never had sex with that lady, but she was basically like, she tried to fight me and the ladies that I was with. Cause she kept saying, "Nah, I slapped them bitches you with. I slapped the shit out of you and them bitches you with." She was trying to fight the Jamaican girls. It was two of them. It was a slim, dark-skinned chick, and it was her. The slim, dark-skinned chick, I thought she was about to defuse the situation. She came up to me and started putting her hand all in my face like, "Nigga, fuck you, this your fault." Also, I remember all of this. They was mad at me because I was basically with like five Jamaican girls, and I was walking up in the motherfucking, I was trying to get back to the room, yo, where my cousin Shamar Kelvin was at. Then when that girl started trying to fight me, the security guards came and basically put me in the lobby. They told me I had to stay in the lobby. Then they went to watch the video footage in the room somewhere. Then they came back and had their arm around my shoulder after that, like, "Hey, man, you'll be all right, man. It's all right, man." I still remember this Hispanic dude basically like laughing and talking to me and stuff because he found it funny because he realized what had happened. You know, he saw the video and he saw that girl tried to fight me. I ain't put hands on that girl, none of that. She tried to fight me. This is a way shorter version because I just released the video. I tried to upload a video on YouTube. That's an hour and 27 minutes long, and YouTube is telling me it's gonna take 15 fucking hours to upload. So I've been talking for 16 minutes now. I'm gonna upload this one instead. Now, it's 10:27 p.m. November 30th, 2025. It's been a lot of lies that have been told on me. It's been a lot of scandalizing and framing going on. A lot of people that knew me from back in the day has made a bold-faced lies on me, yo. It's fucked up. And I had a whole lot more to say, but I'm gonna just end it on that note, yo. And I've been celibate for almost 4 years. I've been sober for almost 3 years. If it's somebody saying they're being impregnated by me, the only way that that's possible is if somebody put drugs in my food, took my sperm, and gave it to somebody, yo. It's that simple. Shit.